Before we can talk about equity, diversion, and inclusion, we must acknowledge that the land on which we learn, teach, live, and grow is the traditional and unceded territory of the Ute peoples. We, the indigenous communities of Colorado College and Colorado Springs, pay our respect to elders past, present, and future, and to those who have stewarded this land throughout the generations. We also acknowledge that academic institutions, indeed the nation state itself, were founded upon and continue to enact exclusions and erasures of indigenous peoples. This acknowledgement demonstrates a commitment to continuing the process of working to dismantle ongoing legacies of settler colonialism and to recognize the hundreds of indigenous nations who continue to resist, live, and uphold their sacred relations across the land. These words were penned by a dear friend, Dr. Dwana McKay, a beloved Colorado College associate professor, social justice advocate, and a Muskogee citizen who crossed over into the spirit world last month. Amatakiapi, Taya Wachianke, Nawa Tadachikstihu, Tataku Tiri. Yes, today we acknowledge that the Pikes Peak region is the ancestral homeland and traditional territory of the Nucho, also known as the Southern Ute people of Ignacio, Colorado, the Ute Mountain Ute people of Toyac, Colorado, and the Ute Indian tribe of the Uinta Ouray Reservation, plus other nations who have historical, cultural, and spiritual ties to this land, including the Hacendayan, or the Hickory Apache from Dulce, New Mexico, Hinena Ena, the Arapaho from the Wind River Reservation and Oklahoma, Sisiska, the Cheyenne from Lame Deer, Montana, and Oklahoma, Nimina, the Comanche from Oklahoma, Koigu, the Kiowa from Oklahoma, and my nation, the Pawnee, or Pawnee from Oklahoma. We acknowledge the resilience of indigenous people who continue to speak or learn our languages, practice our spirituality, and keep our traditions alive through art, ceremonies, song, and food, while adapting to the ever-changing world around us, despite historical and contemporary struggles. Congratulations to the class of 26 winter graduates. Tunkashla Wokia Nichokte Mitakaye Oyasin.
May we hear these words as we continue to ground into this time and space. Gathering, we celebrate the gift of growth, the fruition of ideas and study, work and play, of how engaging in this community through the liberal arts has expanded intellect and self-knowing, cultivated confidence and resilience with tiger-like courage, empowering our graduates to put theory into action and to be of use in the world. As this moment opens to all that is unfolding, all of the possibilities waiting to be imagined, we take a moment to pause as students, faculty, staff, family, and friends to honor our experiences of the past several years, present to the joy and the challenges, present to our gratitude and everything and everyone that made a CC Educational possible, bringing us to this moment and place. As we do so, may all that we hold as sacred, all the wisdom teachings that nurture us, surround us during this winter commencement. All is well, so be it. Amen.
Please be seated. Well, good afternoon, graduates, family and friends, faculty and staff. I am so proud to be here celebrating this small but mighty cohort of winter graduates. Maybe it's the quiet across campus. Maybe it's the intimate ceremony here in Shove Chapel. But winter commencement always feels especially reflective compared to the bigger commencement in May. Today we have a moment to pause and acknowledge all that this wonderful group of graduates has overcome, all you've experienced, and all you've accomplished as CC students. I am constantly in awe of how many passions and pursuits you balance with your challenging coursework. But that's also the beauty of the block plan and a liberal arts education that empowers you to write your own plan. Today, we celebrate graduates like Marin, who served as president of the Health Professions Club and the North Boys Enrichment Program, who worked for CCEMS and the Albert Gear House and conducted research in evolutionary genetics. She's now setting her sights on med school. We also celebrate Ronan, who led a team of CC students to Harvard's annual Hack Harvard competition and walked away with a first-place win over teams from around the world. We celebrate Naya, a member of our women's volleyball team, resident advisor, community engaged scholar, and research assistant in the Forever Lab at Stanford Medicine. And Kaylin, a committed athlete who played varsity lacrosse and several intramural sports, who organized a network of squash players on campus, was a member of the CC Investment Club, and served as an RA. And Riley, who presented her thesis research at the Mycological Society of America annual meeting and the Mid-States Undergraduate Research Symposium, who worked extensively on the CC farm and completed an internship, forming a new partnership with CSU AmeriCorps. Each of you has your own stories and your own memories that you'll carry long after you leave campus. But before any of these experiences, before the lab hours, the late nights, the leadership roles, the research, the wins and the breakthroughs, you arrived at CC a very different person than you are now. And the world was different then too. While you've been studying, vibing, and let's be honest, surviving the group projects, Netflix got mad at us for sharing logins across households. Beyonce started singing country music, and unsurprisingly, did it very well. Random leftovers became girl dinner. Crocs are somehow high fashion, and Stanley Cups turned into emotional support water bottles. But the world has been shifting in more serious ways too. You are entering one of the toughest job markets in decades, shaped by economic uncertainty, industry shifts, and technological disruption, including all of the opportunities and challenges of AI. Many graduates before you stepped into a world with much clearer paths. Your generation is stepping into a world that is still figuring itself out. But here is what has not changed and what matters more than any market trend. Your education at Colorado College equipped you with analytical thinking and problem-solving skills. You know how to proactively address issues around you, asking what's in your control and how your small actions can affect broader change. The block plan taught you to dive deep, pivot quickly, and manage complexity under pressure. And your liberal arts foundation prepares you to learn, unlearn, and relearn, which might be the most valuable skill you can carry into an unpredictable world. This moment is not working against you. This moment is precisely when your preparation matters most. I'm a teacher, so you won't be surprised that as you graduate, I'm giving you one last assignment. The traditional question at this point is, what's next? The question I invite you to answer is, what will be your impact? Recently, I've been asking this question about Colorado College itself. What is our impact? Whom do we serve? And to what end? Most people answer the third question first. To what end? Students in particular told me things like, CC gives students the skills to do whatever they want. CC focuses on me as a person, not me fitting into a defined box. CC prepares you for what's next, whatever that is. What I hear in those answers is self-determination, empowerment, purpose. And that's my point. You get to determine your purpose. The job market may determine where you start, but it does not determine where you matter. Impact is not about titles or salaries or what someone else decides is impressive. Impact is about meaning, and meaning is always available. So as you head into the world beyond CC, I challenge you to focus on the impact you can make. And as you do, here are 3 more questions to ask yourself. Impact on whom? Who needs what you offer? Your community, your colleagues, strangers you'll meet by chance, future generations, you? The most profound impact often happens in ordinary relationships with the people right in front of you. Impact where? And I don't just mean geography. Where in your field? Where in systems that need changing? Where in relationships that need nurturing? Your where will undoubtedly shift over time. But that doesn't mean you're lost. It means your impact is accumulating. And finally, impact why. What motivates you? What breaks your heart? Your why will anchor you when the market frustrates you or the path feels uncertain. It will help you recognize opportunities that others miss. And while your why may evolve, having one keeps you from drifting. Before you leave today, I want you to take a moment, even if it's just a note on your phone, and write down your answers to these 3 questions. Impact on whom? Impact where? Impact why? Keep that document. Look at it in 6 months. Whenever you encounter a life milestone, a move, a job change, a new relationship, a new hobby, revisit your answers. 10 years from now, you may not have followed that early plan exactly, but you'll be grateful that you had a North Star guiding you. Because at the end of the day, the world does not need more workers. We need people of impact. And you, graduates, scholars, creators, athletes, and leaders, you are those people. Your education is a privilege. Impact is how you honor it. And while it may not be clear what that looks like right now, we know you'll continue to make us proud. Congratulations, Winter graduates. We cannot wait to see the impact you will make. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Nina Grover, Professor of Chemistry and Biochemistry and an RNA biochemist. Dr. Grover has taught at Colorado College for 26 years in chemistry and biochemistry, general education, the Bridge Scholars Program, and feminist and gender studies. She's trained more than 200 students in her research lab and published widely with them, including the book Fundamentals of RNA Structure and Function, in which more than 20 CC students are co-authors. She also contributes to anti-racism work at CC and beyond, supporting on-campus efforts and leading workshops nationally and internationally. She is recognized for her problem-based service learning work in biochemistry. Dr. Grover serves as an editor for Course Source and as a member of the editorial board of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology Education. Her work has been recognized through awards such as the 2019 Mid-States Consortium's Janet Anderson Award, the 2025 William C. Rose Award for Excellence in Biochemistry Education, and multiple student-nominated honors. She formed national undergraduate science networks, organized major conferences, secured NSF grants, and maintains collaborations in the US, Europe, and North Africa. She also served as a faculty advisor to acting co-presidents Robert Moore and Mike Edmonds from 2020 to 2021, and has served on numerous committees at Colorado College, including CC's response to the Supreme Court decision on affirmative action. She is passionate about science outreach and is the founder and advisor of the CC Outreach Club for over 20 years. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Nina Grover.
Thank you, President Whitaker, for that kind introduction. Good afternoon, graduates, families, staff, faculty, and friends. First, congratulations, winter graduates. You did it. You crossed the finish line. At times, it felt impossibly far away. I know, I was there. You survived exams, deadlines, endless pizzas, little too much caffeine, maybe another recreational drink I won't mention, an emotional roller coaster that is group work. Today, we celebrate you and this milestone and everything you have worked so hard to learn. But as we do, I want to share one simple idea. We are more than we know. Over the past few years, you have learned to analyze, calculate, design, argue, and create. You have learned to navigate us, your professors, and our classrooms. You have absorbed information that's changed the way you see the world. But knowledge, as powerful as it is, isn't the same as critical thinking or wisdom. It isn't curiosity. It isn't courage. And it certainly isn't compassion. Those qualities, the ones that can't be graded or tested, will shape the person you become far more than any exam we could have given you. When we are in school, it's easy to believe that knowing is everything, that the more we know, the safer and smarter we are. The grades validate our sense of self, and sometimes they stress us out and make us feel less capable. But knowing itself is a very small part of learning. Knowledge gives us tools. It gives us language. It gives us the ability to solve problems and imagine new worlds. But there is a quiet danger in it too. It can make us believe that we already understand. Real learning, the kind that transforms us, doesn't start with certainty. It starts with questions, with not knowing. It starts with doubt. It takes courage to ask, what if I'm wrong? What if there is another way? Critical thinking isn't about defending what we know. It's about staying open to what we don't. It's about holding our beliefs gently enough that they can evolve. In a world that rewards quick opinions and fast answers, your ability to pause, to sit quietly, to think deeply, to question assumptions, that is your superpower. To be more than what we know is also a reminder that we are more than our resumes, our grades, or our accomplishments. College often teaches us to measure ourselves by numbers, by GPAs, internships, and job offers. But the most meaningful learning happens in the quiet moments. Those are unplanned. The time you stayed up all night, helping a friend through something hard, the project that failed, that taught you patience, the conversation that opened your mind to someone else's reality. Those moments don't show up on your transcripts, but they teach you empathy, resilience, and self-awareness, lessons that no textbook or classroom or professor can offer. And as you move beyond these walls, Those are the lessons the world needs most. Knowledge connected to humanity. Knowledge filtered through compassion. Knowledge that connects our hearts and our minds. Let me share a story. A researcher once asked a group of elementary school students to draw a scientist. Almost every child drew the same picture: a man in a lab coat holding test tubes. Then the teacher invited real scientists, women and men, in jeans, in sneakers, some using computers, some using microscopes, some with their test tubes. Afterwards, the children were asked to draw scientists again. And this time, the picture looked completely different. The difference wasn't in what children knew. It was in what they had imagined. Knowledge had expanded their minds, but experience had expanded their understanding. That's the difference between knowing and seeing, between facts and wisdom, between learning about something and being changed by it. Each of you will have moments like that, when what you think you know about life or people or success gets challenged. Those moments will feel uncomfortable, but they are also sacred. They are the beginning of growth. You're graduating into a world overflowing with information, but starving for understanding. A world increasingly more technological, but less community-oriented. We've never had more access to knowledge, and yet, somehow, less patience to think deeply. That's where you come in. You are part of a generation that can connect, create, and challenge in ways no generation before you has. But the task ahead of you isn't just to know more, it's to care more, to recognize and do what's needed, to use what you know to build bridges, not walls, to use your voice to ask better questions, not just the louder ones, to use your intelligence to seek truth, not just victory. When the world feels divided, your critical thinking will help you see nuance. When the world feels cynical, your imagination will help you envision something better. When the world tells you to pick a side, your curiosity will remind you not to get bound up in the binaries, to find a different solution. That's what it means to live beyond knowledge, to combine what you know with who you are. It's okay. It's more than okay to not have everything figured out yet. The most interesting people you'll meet don't have all the answers. They have the humility to keep searching for them. College has given you a foundation, not a script. Your next chapters will be written in real time, full of mistakes, surprises, and awesome beauty. Don't rush to fill every silence with certainty. Leave room for wonder. Because uncertainty isn't the opposite of knowledge. It's a partner of growth. So as you go forward, as graduates, as thinkers, as citizens, carry your knowledge proudly, but lightly. Let it guide you, but not define you. Let your degrees open doors, but let your questions open minds. Let your skills make you successful, but let your kindness make you significant. Let your intelligence shine, but let your humility keep you learning. The future doesn't belong to those who know the most. It belongs to those who are open to learning, unlearning, and relearning. To those who remember that curiosity, compassion, and creativity are forms of intelligence too. Winter graduates, as you walk across this stage, you're not just crossing a threshold of education, you're crossing into possibility. You carry within you more than facts, more than credentials, more than achievement. You carry the capacity to think deeply, to listen openly, to imagine boldly, and to act with humanity. So go out there, be curious, be kind, be fearless in your questions. And when life gets noisy or uncertain, remember this: we are more than we know, and that's what makes us limitless. Go change the world. Congratulations. Thank you.
Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts please stand? Madam President, I have the honor to present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts.
By action of the faculty, the Board of Trustees concurring, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts and admit you to all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. As a token of your accomplishments, I present your diploma.
Will the candidates please present themselves to receive their diplomas? Abby Anderson. Serena Yadviga Bink. Addie Bollinger. Libby Cutler. Alexandra Aniram Flores Garcia. Naya Flores. Peter Dars Gottsagen. Sonia Guliak. Sophia Rose Jokovsky. Riley John Cadis. Olivera Kamenarovska. Leonardo Lorenz. Ryan Elizabeth McGuire. Charlotte Constance. Gemma Siobhan Marks. Evelyn Marie Needham. Maggie Nguyen. Kaylin O'Hara. Chiu. Samuel Veach Ring. Joaquin Santiago Isidro Pablo Francisco Romero Garcia. Kylie Smith. Marin Snyder. Ronan Takizawa. Robert Thomas. Annalise Weiland Oberding.
Oh, Colorado College Fair, we sing our praise to you, eternal as the Rockies that form our western view. Your loyal sons and daughters will always grateful be. The college dear to all our hearts is RCC. Oh, Colorado College Fair, long may your fame be known. May fortune smile upon you and honor be your own. Our alma mater always, your loyal children we. Together let us face the future, LCC.
Graduates, as you leave this place, may you be intentional in how you embody your values and cultivate compassion as a practice, a daily radical choice through your words, actions, and deeds, to live in alignment with what is life-giving and just, and in doing so, honor the best your CC education has taught you. So may we all go now, and may our inner lights shine bright this winter day, guiding us on the path forward from here. May it be so. Amen.